So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Watch me hit him with this 1-2 knockout KO.
Music.
What is up, everyone? What is happening? Tuned into 5-Star Friday. You know how we like to do. We like to start off our weekend with a little comic talk.
Absolutely.
What's up, Fish Lee?
Got it right that time. No, I'm not. I'm going the wrong direction. You got it right. Good for you. Man, I'm doing good. It has been a long, hard week. I'm glad to make it to Friday. Fixing to head out for a road trip this weekend, go see my dad, hang out in Oklahoma for a hot minute. And my wife's like, "Oh, it's going to be a 3-day weekend. I'm going to take my knitting. I'm going to get a bunch of stuff done." And I'm looking at my desktop and my monitor mounted to the wall, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to take nothing."
Yeah. Hey, loving the fact that I get a 3-day weekend. It's nice to have that 3-day weekend coming up. For those who have to work on Memorial Day, thank you for, doing that. I know it's hard sometimes on the holidays when people are doing stuff, but sometimes, you got to have the people in there in the everyday hustle and bustle. So we appreciate you guys for doing that. This is actually like the first job I've ever had where I haven't had, I get holiday pay for being off. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So, yeah, here we are. Unfortunately, we had our original guest had some life, happen, which happens to everybody, and he's not able to get in today. And so we've just sent out mass messages to people like, who wants to jump on 5-Star Fridays and just chat with us? And our good buddy Andrew said, "What's up, man? I'll hop on. I'll be on there." He was one of the first admins to be like, he was the first person to be like, "I'll be an admin on the page." So let's bring in, his name is Mr. Legend on here. There's a lot of, what up, Andrew?
What's up, man? How you doing, you two? What's up?
How's it going, man?
Bro? You got it easy. You just got to point up. You got it easy, bro. See?
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah. I can point down. That's cool. I can do that. Andrew, what is happening, bro?
Nothing much, man. Just woke up a bit ago because I work night shift now at work. So I woke up, saw your stuff on Facebook. I was like, all right, I'll hop in.
Yeah. Hey, we appreciate it. You've since like I said, you was one of the first person to hop in and said, "Yeah, I'll be an admin, help you share some of the toy news and some of the other news that came on." So you're greatly appreciated for that. And I know we had spoken about you hopping on sometimes and being a co-host as well. So it's awesome to have you on here live and in effect. I see you're rocking that FSK hat.
Yeah, I'm rocking my chat and draw shirt.
Okay.
Oh, slick.
Nice. I gotta call Mike. I don't got no chat and draw shirt. We're about to fight.
You can catch it on his T Public. That's where I got it from.
That's my fault then. So maybe
we won't. His Kickstarter, and then I think I ordered this shirt or the season 2 shirt a little while after.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll tell you what, that chat and draw is a good idea, man. I wish I had thought of that.
Yeah,
that is really flipping clever, man.
Yeah,
I could have killed with that idea if I had thought of that, man.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, and he's so consistent, man. He's the one who got me. Had just seen his consistent in before a year's time, 100 episodes in little than a year. I was like, bro, that consistency is killer, bro.
Oh man, just chit chat, run your mouth, and draw pictures. I could do that all day.
Yeah.
I do that all day. That's my day job. I'm talking whether anybody's here or not. There's the man of the hour. There is a king among men. There is Eric Bennett. Good to see you, man.
What up, Eric?
No, the pleasure.
What is going on? Glad you can hop in. Hey, Fish, we find out who our real
oh, absolutely.
Are.
You know who you can count on in a pinch right here is the people who are like, hey, I'm here for you, man.
Little less than an hour. We're like, we need some people to hop in with us, just chat it up. And we had like 4 people reach out to us. They all said, I might have to go. I might be a little late, but I know Michael Watson said he might try to hop in. Danny J. Quick said he might try to hop in. So we appreciate all the love people are giving us. So what? What big news can we talk about? Like, what's happened this week, Mr. Legend? What happened this week, bro? What's something that's got you on cloud 9 this week that you're excited about?
Well, something that I'm excited about, bro, is that last night I watched the last episode of Mighty Ducks Game Changers season 1, and bro, if you're a fan of the Mighty Ducks series, you need to check that shit out because because they got it popping because they in last night's episode they had a big rivalry with the real Ducks and like the spoiler alert the big thing behind it was if the Don't Bothers, which are the underdog team, basically the new Mighty Ducks, their deal was that if they lost, they would have to quit playing hockey. But if they won, they got the Mighty Ducks name. And guess what they did? The underdogs came up from the bottom and came up.
Those are always the kind of stakes in a movie, especially like a kid's movie, where it's like, if we beat you at this baseball game, you can't ever play baseball again.
Never
How are you
again.
going to hold somebody to that?
Get off the court. Get off the field.
Like they're in a pickup game in college or something with their friends, and you gonna come running in. No, you can't do that. Remember, you lost. You can't play.
Yeah.
How are you gonna hold them to that? But anyway.
On that subject, though, okay, since you brought up, I have not watched yet the Mighty Ducks show. I've seen it, and I'm going to watch that because I love the Mighty Ducks movies. They're near and dear to my heart, childhood movies. What is the best childhood sports movie? Like, what's your number one? Let's go with Fish. What do you got, bro? What's your number one?
Oh, man. I don't know.
Okay.
Man, mine would be so obscure. They had this like TV movie back in the day where this like inner city coach from like a football team or something went to Africa and found this like white Tarzan teenager dude and brought him back to compete in the Olympics, and he could do everything because he had all these, magical animal powers because he lived in Africa.
Bruh, Fish, what are you watching, bro? I have never seen.
That was my favorite as a kid, man, and it was so ridiculous. But I mean, he did all the sports and he killed it at everything.
Daniel said Sandlot, which is a good one.
Sandlot was good, man, and there's not like a month goes by that I don't quote like forever at some point.
Yeah.
Every time.
I always kill my wife with the s'more what? I haven't had anything. When he's like
I killing me, Smalls.
Yeah.
That's been a tick for so long.
Eric, what about you, bro?
The Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears. Yeah.
Because, I'm old.
Yeah. What about you, Andrew?
For me, it's going to have to be the Air Bud franchise. I love that freaking series.
See, that was like when you say sports movie, that's the first thing that came to my mind was Air Bud. Not because I liked it, it's just the first thing because he did like all the sports. I mean, he did everything.
Yeah, they lost me after like 2. It was like the puppies
are. Lost me at the first one, but
yeah, the puppies are now
rule that a dog can't play.
Yeah. The puppies are now all-star athletes, and their puppies are all-star. And we have a starting 5 basketball league that's beating NBA players in basketball. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I stopped watching those after probably 2. I seen the one where we played football. I think it's like basketball, football. I gotta go with Cool Runnings, bro.
Oh, Cool Runnings was good. You dead yet? Yeah. I love that one.
Cool Runnings is my jam, dude. I love that movie. It's just it's funny. I like just the dynamic of the team. You know what I mean? Like you have like the goofy one, the one who could have been an Olympic star as far as running, and then the angry one all the time. I don't know. It's like they almost got like that Ninja Turtle like personalities, but they're I don't know. I just love that movie. My kids think it's stupid. You ever try to show your kids something now, and they're like,
"Oh man, there are so many movies that I'm like, oh, I loved this as a kid," and then I show it to my kids, like, I did not remember how many boobs and cussing there were in these movies in the 80s.
80s and the 90s.
You know, like we would pick this thing up at the movie rental place on VHS for the weekend, and I'd be watching this movie like 15 times over the weekend on repeat. I'd watch a movie, put it in to rewind, go swim for a minute, come back, put it back in the VCR, watch it again, over and over and over.
Good old days.
No idea there were so many boobs and swears and stuff in it. And I'm like, oh, you're going to love this movie. And I got the hands over the eyes the whole time.
My kids usually are like,
good days.
My kids
That's
are like
the Bad News Bears, actually.
Oh yeah, Bad News Bears has got like a lot of language and stuff in it.
Yeah, that ain't a kid movie. I don't think.
We have to keep in mind, like the ratings back then were very different.
That's true.
Compared to like today, like R-rated movies back then would be like PG-13 today.
Oh yeah, and you know, and like there were a lot more G-rated movies back then, and it wasn't a bad thing to have a G-rated movie. And now, like, oh, nobody's going to go see a G-rated movie, and you know, and I don't understand why they put some of the stuff in like kids' movies. Like, I don't see why they got to slip swears into like things like Shrek. Like, it was so funny without having to put a couple of swear words in there.
Yeah.
Like,
they want to make sure that the parents get in there so they can merchandise.
Yeah, but like, it was so funny for the parents anyway.
Yeah.
That, like, it just seemed like, oh, look what we can do. And
I didn't need that one damn in there to seal the deal.
Yeah, it just it was unnecessary. It didn't add to it. You know, like if you had some mentally unhinged character, you know, like it made sense, maybe, but that's not a kids movie anymore. You know, that's Taxi Driver or something. But,
here's an example.
Oh, he left.
And I've been watching
Andrew Bounce. He said
30 years or whatever. Transformers the movie from 1986. There's two swear words in that are completely unnecessary. But the whole point was to get the parents in there so that when the kid says, hey, I want this character, they know what they're talking about.
Really?
Yep.
That's crazy.
But see, and I know that's the logic behind it, but like I have never been like, you know, looking at the paper. You don't even look at the paper for the movies anymore. But I've never been like looking at the movies, be like, I don't know. My kids want to go see it, but if they don't cuss, I'm not going. I mean, there's two swear words. Okay, I'll go see it.
Wait a second, Fish. Are you talking about like looking at a newspaper for a movie, or what are you?
That's what we used to do back in the day.
Oh,
like,
man,
you'd open the newspaper and there'd be a listing of all the movies, and you know, you'd look at what they're rated and when the hours are and stuff. You know, back before we had telephones in our hands and apps and technology. You know.
Every Sunday when I was with my dad, we used to open up the paper and see what was playing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Andrew, how old are you?
I'm 21.
21. Yeah, you don't know nothing about it. Have you ever been to a
Blockbuster?
Blockbuster?
I do know a lot about that, actually, because like I used to get the local paper, and like I'd read through it. Like I'm very old school for some reason.
Okay.
Like I'd look in the paper, and they'd have like the movie listings and all that.
Oh, okay. Man, you ever been inside a Blockbuster?
Yeah, I've been inside of a movie gallery.
Okay.
Man, I loved movie gallery. They had, like here in town, they had such a better selection of like old movies and obscure movies and old horror movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Blockbuster had like all the mundane, like mayonnaise type movies, you know, that everybody could find something they like. But like if you want to find something obscure, movie gallery would have some really weird stuff on some of those shelves in the corners that you could find that I absolutely loved. But speaking about pop culture and stuff that's coming out and all that stuff, I was really hyped up for MODOK. And MODOK just came out. I've watched a few episodes of it now. Have any of y'all watched it?
No,
I have not.
Okay, have you not watched it because you have no interest in it, or just you haven't got to it yet?
I
haven't gotten to it yet.
I haven't got to it.
And I can see that. Like, I was super excited for it when I saw they were taking it in a weird, funny direction, and finding out that it was the guys behind Robot Chicken. I was like, okay, this is going to be really weird and really funny. And I mean, it's okay, but it has definitely been toned down by having to go through the machine of Marvel and Disney to come out. It is not I was expecting Family Guy, Robot Chicken type humor on it, and it's not that far out. I mean, it's funny and it's a little irreverent and stuff, but it's not that far. And the biggest problem I've seen with it so far is the first couple of episodes. All the big jokes are in all the commercials, so there's no
I hate when they do that, bro. I hate when they,
I'm old enough to remember when Toy Story came out, all the big bits were in the commercials, but they were brilliant with those commercials because they pitched it as if it was something completely different. I went in thinking, okay, I know what this movie's going to be, and I saw all the funny bits before, and it was a completely different movie than I expected it to be. Yeah. And it really caught me off guard, and it was really engaging and entertaining. They could have done the same thing here. They didn't. I mean, basically, you get what's going on from the get-go. There's a couple of surprises in there, but,
But not much.
I mean, like I said, it's really mundane. It could have been taken a lot wilder. It's clear, WandaVision had a lot more free reign to go in what direction it wanted to go in than, MODOK had, I think. I don't think they got the same kind of, oh yeah, go nuts with it that WandaVision got. But it's interesting, and I'm still holding out hope for the rest of it, but first couple of episodes in, I'm like, yeah, I've seen it all. I mean, I've seen all the funny bits, which kind of takes the laughter out of it,
Yeah, I plan on still trying to check it out. I mean, I just haven't had the time. I feel like there's just so many shows out. I'm watching Star Wars: A Bad Batch right now.
I started that.
Look at this Joker coming in here.
What's good?
What up, Mr.
There he is.
What up, Mr. 7,003 days?
There's Mr. Money. All right, now we're all just going to sit down and shut up, and we're going to listen to the Michael Watson masterclass on how to make money.
Yeah. So Michael is our guest next week. So we're not gonna jump too far into it because we want to save some goods for next week. But we will bust his chops a little bit. I sent that wrestling promo video diss to him earlier this week. I don't know if y'all caught it.
You did.
And I was like, "Who do you think you are?"
I'm just a creative with some very good friends. That's all I got, man.
I'm telling you, you got a night, and it just shows how good it is to have strong friends within the indie community, and how good it is to just do the network that you're doing, to have those people in your corner, and really, I mean, I'm we joke around it, Bo, but I've seen the work that you put into these things, so it's no doubt in my mind why it's such a success. It's you killing it. You're constantly killing it. Your presence is on social media is crazy. The work you do behind the scenes is crazy. So, we're gonna give you a little props right now.
Well, I appreciate that very, very much. All I can do is thank people. Like I said, people are very supportive. The indie community has really come together in this pandemic, unlike anything I've seen any other year or whatnot. It's just it's crazy how much support that we are passing along.
That's really been amazing. It really has.
Yeah, I agree.
I just hope it. I feel like it's a winter session when you got to get coupled up for the winter session. I just hope when the summer comes, we all stay together. When the doors open up.
Right.
Oh, man. Every time one of those stimulus checks hit, and suddenly everybody's hitting me up for a commission, I'm like that was to pay your bills, right? I'm like, I will be glad to pay my bills. Right. I'm glad to pay my bills with it.
The stimmy.
But That's fine. I just
you know that was bill money, right?
That's bill money, right? Like when I see all your stuff on Facebook Marketplace next week, like I don't want to. I seen a meme where somebody said that it was like, "Yo, unemployment just ran out. Facebook Marketplace is about to be jumping." And I was like, "Dang!" I mean, people did probably get nice chunks of money that they're not used to seeing right at the beginning of the year with taxes and stimmy. So I would imagine, people were, throwing that money into more Kickstarters. But I hope, like you said, like once the summer comes, don't get all bougie on us. Don't be like, oh well, I gotta go. I'm with the fam now. I can't be spending this money on Kickstarters. You know what I mean? Like we still need that. We still need that cheese, bro. We still need it to make those comics for when the winter comes. Yeah. We can stock you back up. You be good.
Absolutely.
So Cobra Kai, who watches it?
I do.
Yes. Eric, you don't watch Cobra Kai?
No.
What? Why?
I mean, I didn't watch it until it came out like on Netflix or whatever, because I ain't paying YouTube to watch it. I'm sorry, but I didn't care enough to do that. If I had known how good it was, I might would have paid for it.
Yeah.
But by the time it got to the big school fight scene, I was a little bit like, all right, come on now. Somebody's going to call the cops. They ain't going to just let this go on.
Right.
Like there are procedures in place if a riot breaks out in a school. They're not just going to let this happen.
That was my only gripe. Like through the entire 3 seasons, that's the only thing.
Yeah, it was a little too
like.
I was like, it was a little too much.
That pushed the suspension of disbelief too far.
I was like, so no teacher at all. Nope, not one teacher.
Nobody.
There's always that one teacher that goes in and breaks up a fight because that teacher has a good bond with his students. There's always that.
Yeah, one. But you did see the one teacher get whooped. He got the hip toss, and the one was like, "Nah, bro, I'm cool." Because I feel like that would be me as a teacher. Like you got to think, we're talking about high school kids. So these, you've seen some of them high schoolers out there, some big fellas. I know if that was me, I'd be like, if I seen someone get knocked out and roundhouse like I just seen, I'd be like, nah, bro, I'm cool. Like.
Oh, I've known a whole lot of teachers would have just locked their door and sat down, drank their coffee, watched through the window. But, there's always like that one coach that's just like, one strike from going to prison that would get in there and start throwing haymakers.
One strike from going to prison.
Man, I mean, there's always somebody in there that's going to jump in the middle of that fight for one reason or another, either heart of gold or just looking to scuffle with somebody.
Yeah.
Because the kids were just doing too much. I mean, the fighting was glorious, but they were just doing too much. I can't say, I cannot sit there and think that just no other teacher would try.
No other teacher, right?
And there's like no school resource officer or nothing. Like, nobody's calling the cops. Nothing. They just running wild with crazy choreography all throughout the hallways. I don't. Yeah, that was too far. I was buying it up until that.
That was a little that part was a little crazy, but overall it's a good show. Eric, I can't get over that you haven't watched it yet. Did you enjoy the Karate Kid movies or?
They were fine, but it's just not my thing.
I got you. Hey, it's not for everybody. Not for everybody.
It's not.
They're bringing in Terry Silver from. You've seen that, right? They're bringing in Terry Silver from.
Yes.
The third movie. I'm excited about that. I mean, the third movie to me wasn't the best out of the 3, but I like how they're bringing him in, and I think it's going to make a good dynamic on the show. I think we haven't seen. We don't even know if Johnny knows him. You know what I mean? Like we haven't seen that. Like in the first movie, we don't know if it's somebody that they knew, or if he didn't know, or if he's just now meeting him, or what, because we didn't get to see that in the movie. So,
dude, I'm just here for it. The one thing, or two things. The first thing I'll say about the show is that show is the only show that I watch on TV where everything is explained perfectly. Like, Danny has every right, based off of what he sees, what he experiences and sees in that show. He has every right to be upset at what he's upset at.
Yeah,
Johnny.
Yeah,
his experiences and what he sees, he has every right to be upset at what he's upset with. Every single character, and like normally that type of stuff annoys me, but they made it work in the show. And
see, and that's what I love about it, because it's so well written, because there's not just a bad guy that's just a bad guy because he's evil. Like, you know, like everybody is who they are, and they're all flawed, good or bad. Like, you know, even being the good guy takes you way too far, way too proud and boastful, and start throwing your weight around and getting people kicked off of, you know, being able to compete in the tournaments and stuff. And, you know, like, you turn him into such a bad guy, and you can see he's doing it all for what he thinks are the best reasons, and that makes him such an interesting bad guy. And you have like real compassion for Johnny, and realize, you know, like, he never really stood a chance, and he had such a hard road going into it, and clearly like not that bright. And you know, like, he's trying to do the best he can, and is working off of a flawed foundation that was laid early in his life, and that makes it really interesting.
Yeah,
you know,
I love the way they wrote the character. I love the way they wrote that.
Just, I'm evil for the sake of evil. That's shallow. That doesn't keep me interested. You know, but you know, somebody that is trying to do what they think is right, and to hell with the consequences, you know, that's interesting. And
I agree. Even with Carice, though, like, there was a part in there where you're like, I mean, it's a slim, it's tiny, because you hate him, you love to hate him, but there's a part in there where you're like, is that why he's like that? Am I relating to this guy a tiny bit?
Hey, F-Freaks. I don't give a damn about his backstory. When they started going into backstory, I said, ain't nothing y'all gonna do gonna make me sympathize with this man.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
And I get it.
Yeah.
This is what drove him to it. I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
My man Johnny, give me a Johnny shirt all day. He has brought me back. I am on his team. I even hate Danny a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. But Chris?
No. No. Like, Kreese can get roundhouse by the whole team, and I wouldn't feel a bit like concerned. Like, I'm cool. Like, I don't sympathize for the dude, but like, you see it though. You're like, okay, this is why he's the way he is. So it's nice that they showed you that. But I'm like you, man. I even got a shirt that says "Justice for Johnny," and you know what I'm saying? Like, how can I hate this man after watching that movie for 10 years? You know what I'm saying? Or how many ever years? And now it's like, I feel for him, and Danny pisses me off like a lot. Like, so
I get, like I said, Daniel. While Daniel does do some reckless stuff, like I said, Daniel has every right to feel and do. And he does. That build up though, dude. Look, your boy is out of shape. You know, I'm badly out of shape. But when they played that doom 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 doom,
oh yeah,
and Johnny and Danny bowed to each other, your boy got up. I was doing all types of axe kicks and
yeah.
It was the ultimate payoff that you've been waiting for 3 seasons. I said, y'all don't just stop arguing.
Yeah.
You want to be together. That's the perfect dojo, the both of you. Don't you see that?
Offense, defense, boom, coming together. Bro, I'm not going to lie, bro. My home gym didn't even come together until I watched Cobra Kai.
Really?
Like, I watched Cobra Kai, bro. And I was like,
how many people joined Taekwondo and stuff when the first movie came out, man? It gets you fired up.
And if I go in here and showed y'all, I got Chinese like tiger banners hanging in my home gym. Like, it's definitely heavy. It's heavy thing. I'm about to get, you know, a Cobra Kai emblem in there. No, I'm kidding, but it motivated me, bro. I was like, bro, I'm about to get in this gym again. I ain't about to learn no karate or nothing, but I'm gonna get this punching bag, you know what I mean, and get it rocking.
Did you see that the rumor mill for the toys is that they're doing a Cobra Kai versus Ninja Turtle toy line?
I seen that. I did see that.
Bro,
I seen that.
I didn't even see that.
Who asked for it?
I don't know who asked for that. Who even thought about putting them two together? There's not one time that I thought, man, a 2-pack with Danny and Mikey would be sweet.
Oh, who on earth would you have like the one piece of in the back of that package that you make the giant figure of? Like, who would that even be at the end of that?
They probably wouldn't do that route. They'd probably go like how they did with the Batman Ninja Turtle route, and they just did a 2-pack where it was like a versus thing, and you didn't have the Build-A-Figure in it. But I mean, they could do what's his name?
Probably a Megazord or something.
Stingray.
Something completely unrelated in his third series.
Stingray. That was his name, wasn't it? The older dude who was in the dojo in like season 2. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so. Stingray.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Season 2, and I believe it was just season 2 because I think he got arrested and they said like he wasn't allowed to be around little kids after that.
After that fight
at the end of school.
He's just whooping up on kids in the school. Like, come on, bro. What do you got going on?
He got arrested, and I think he got a freaking restraining order or whatever.
Your boy did not hold back off those kids, dog.
No,
he didn't think too far into that. He didn't think, oh well, if I do this, I can get into some deep trouble.
Young man said, "Full tactical."
Right. Right. I feel bad because Eric's just sitting here like, I ain't seen none of this shit, so I don't even care. But real quick on that subject, before we go to something else, a lot of people are Team Danny, Team Johnny, or whatever. Are you Team Miguel or Team Robbie though?
Team Miguel.
Team Miguel all the way, bro.
All day, man.
What about you, Fish?
Homie.
Man.
Because I feel like that's the new rivalry. You know what I mean? I feel like they're obviously they fighting over the girl. They're fighting over parents. They're fighting over.
That's a tough one though. I mean, that's a tough one because like I can really kind of identify with Johnny's kid, and I grew up with Johnny's kid. He was my buddies and stuff. So my sympathy kind of lies there just because I don't know. I identify with him more, I guess.
I'm gonna go. I gotta go Team Miguel, bro. I gotta go Team Miguel, but it's tough. It's right there because I get what you're saying with Robbie. Like, just as much as we say, Johnny didn't have a chance, man. Robbie didn't have a chance either, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And Miguel, like for a bit there, he straight up starts to get like that supervillain look in his eye, and like he gets that like bad Johnny from the movies. Like he starts to become the bad guy. You really start to see that, and it's easy to get there. Like I've been there at times. Like it's easy to get there, and so but yeah, I gotta say I'm Team Robbie, I guess overall.
Team Robbie. Look at
but
us.
I got a heart for both the kids.
Bunch of
I want to see them
fanboys.
work it out.
I mean, I do agree. Robbie has a messed up situation, but he still had the opportunity to be taught by Daniel, which Daniel was really trying to get him on the right path. He sees, he digs Daniel's daughter. So the options and the examples are there for him.
Yeah.
They are. The thing I really did like and I love to discuss is the fact that, in that last fight scene in that last season, and he's all on Kreese's side. And like all Johnny had to say is, I don't give a damn if you trust me. Like you don't got just don't trust him.
Yeah.
Because I'm this way because of him.
Right. Yeah. And that didn't happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that. Everybody can agree that Tori can just kick rocks, and we don't need. Like, I have no sympathy for her either. I know she had a rough childhood, but Tori is. Yeah, I can't mess with her, bro. I can't. I'm waiting for her to get roundhoused every episode. I'm cool with it. Moving on. Are you guys watching The Bad Batch? Is anybody watching Star Wars The Bad Batch?
I've seen a couple of them and then got sidetracked. But, like, that's one of those shows that I've got to actually watch. Like, there's stuff I put on in the background. Like, I just went back through, like the Ninja Turtles again because I can listen to that and enjoy it while I'm working and not have to actually have my eyes on the screen.
Yeah.
But like the Bad Batch, I've got to watch, and I can't do that and work at the same time, and I'm working so much right now.
Eric, you said you are watching it?
Yeah, my oldest son and I, we're watching it together. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think so far?
Loved it. Great.
Yeah. Mike, you watching it?
I watched the first episode and then I haven't jumped back into it. I don't have a draw to it yet to make me really sit down and watch it. I mean, I know I eventually get there, but it's not there for me yet.
Did you watch the episodes in season 7 with them in it? Have you finished the Clone Wars season 7?
Yes. And maybe it also helps that I'm not a Clone War fan. Let me re-say that.
All right, well there goes the Kickstarter, man. It was nice knowing it wasn't it, man.
You see pledges just falling
like
off.
$3,000 in pledges, just poof, man.
I am a Clone.
I gotta watch what you do on social media, man.
I'm a Clone Wars fan, but I'm the animated Clone Wars fan. That's
yeah. Same.
So,
same.
I just and there are good aspects about this new Clone War. I pronounce your name wrong every freaking time.
Ahsoka?
Yeah, Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I absolutely love her. I've loved every episode with her in it. Obi-Wan Kenobi is great. He's like my favorite character in the Clone Wars. But there's just other aspects I felt like that they just didn't deliver on that the animated series delivered on in 2-minute episodes. Like there's so much.
I got you.
Like when I got that presentation of what a Jedi and a Sith are, and they said this was actually in the Star Wars universe, and this is leading up to episode 3, which it did. Once I saw that,
let in seamlessly.
Once I saw that, I said George Lucas is listening to the fans. He is going to save the entire franchise with this one movie. If the Jedi and Sith are moving like this in episode 3, I'm back, baby. And then he slapped me in the face. And Mace Windu died by falling out a window when I full-blown know that falls from the windows don't kill this man, and a million soldiers can't stop Mace Windu. None of that just added up to me. And then you told me that Mace Windu didn't damage General Grievous and cause his breathing when I know damn well he did.
I agree. I'm still waiting for Mace to come back in something. I'm a believer.
I don't believe he's dead for a minute.
He is coming back in something. He needs to. Andrew, you watched the Bad Batch?
Oh heck yeah! I'm somewhat caught up to date. I haven't watched last night's episode because I can only watch one show on my lunch break at work. Because at work I wait till 3 to take my lunch break.
I got you.
And so I do watch them shows, but I have like what I've seen. I'm not too crazy about the direction they took Crosshair, but like I'm interested to see what they do with a character from here on, as well as what they do with Omega, because I love the little bit that they had in the last episode with her. And I like how they're really making each character kind of their own character as a member of Clone Force 99.
Yeah. I like the fact that even though they're all different, they all didn't, succumb to that command right away.
Yeah.
They weren't all exactly the same. Like you kind of expected them to all have the same reaction. And the fact that the one dude's like, but it's in order. We should be following an order. Like, I like the fact that they weren't all on the same team exactly. And that's more realistic. You're going to have varying degrees on stuff like that. And I'm enjoying it. I mean, like Mike said, I'm not 100% drawn into it. Like I was with, say, Falcon and Winter Soldier right away.
Like Crosshair.
But I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely going to finish it. But there's been a couple episodes out now, and I haven't gone back to watch it yet. I'm going to let them stock up and then go back and watch them.
It's like a show like that. Like I have to let the episodes watch it. I have to let the episodes build up. There's and I agree with Fish all the way. Like Falcon and Winter Soldier, WandaVision, I'm instantly there. Like I can deal with that week to week. Like I'm
gonna be there on Friday to watch that show.
Exactly. Yeah. Then like a show that like my geekdom meter is like I love Star Wars. I don't love everything Star Wars, but I do love Star Wars. But you get a show like Bad Batch or Clone Wars, I have to watch that in binge sessions to be able to really appreciate it and get, especially if it's something new. I normally get something new like 3 or 4 episodes to get me going before I say, all right, this ain't doing it for me.
You're right. Yeah, I actually just last Friday watched all the episodes that they had. I hadn't watched it up to that point. Because I'm the same way. I guess I don't know if it's because they're only 23 minutes. I mean, I know the first one was an hour, but I like to cartoon shows like that. I like to just watch a season at a time usually, where I can get the full.
I really prefer going through and watching it all at once. Yeah, and that's the thing I like about being able to go back and rewatch shows now on like Netflix and Hulu, because like there's so many things I miss when I'm waiting week to week to watch something. I forget all these little details. But when I'm seeing it 20, 30 minutes apart, I'm like, okay, that's what they were doing when he put that in the drawer and they pulled it out. That's why the bomb went off. Like, it makes so much more sense.
Mm-hmm. Brad Arney said, why do they have to put the kid on the show? It ruins it for me. I've seen a lot of hate
too, man. Like they don't need a kid.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of hate for the character. I've even heard, people say, she's the new Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, that burns.
Yeah, so I kind of feel that like there's some episodes where I'm like, why did you run off? Like, why did you run off in the big city, kid? Like, what are you thinking? Like, you're gonna cause unnecessary problems. Like, and I get that they need that, I guess.
Not the new Jar Jar Binks. You need somebody to cause those problems for them to go after. And if you've got all hardened soldiers, they're not going to screw up like that. It's a lot harder to write a hardened soldier that's trained in tactical missions to screw up and get everybody into trouble. But, if you got a kid that's going to run off, that makes it easier. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I do it too when I'm writing a story. It's a whole lot easier if you put, a new trainee on the team, and then you can have everybody explain stuff to that new trainee and, explain how the world works. And, it's an easy trick to use, but I don't quite see her as the like comedic relief. Like I hate the Scrappy Doos and like Speed Buggy and Orko. Oh, I hated Orko. Like Scooby-Doo is legit the only comic relief dude in a cartoon that I didn't just 100% hate. Like him and Shaggy, I dug. Every other ripoff of that ever, I cannot stand. Like you don't need a stupid character for a kid to enjoy it. But, but if you have somebody that's going to stumble into trouble, that does make for easier writing. I got to give them that. So.
Gleek and the Wonder Twins.
Yeah.
Oh, that freaking monkey, man. Oh. I mean, the Wonder Twins are one thing, form of a puddle. Absolutely freaking useless. But, okay, whatever. But the freaking monkey, man, there's no point except to carry the bucket that the water's in.
Somebody's got to carry the bucket.
Somebody's got to carry the bucket of water, man. Man, if you just talk about, like, worst powers that you could get, like, I'm able to turn into a puddle. Man, that sucks.
That's pretty bad. Like, I mean, like, form of, like, just general water that's a tough one. I mean, like, you could do a glacier, but, like, form of ice cubes or an icicle or, like, an ice chair. Like, that's pretty dumb.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I agree. I do like this. We
were just watching My Hero Academia, and I was like, I would be lucky. It would be my luck if we lived in a world of superpowers. Like my quirk would probably be like super accounting or something, or like I could count any amount of rice instantly. I can't count numbers. I can't count dollars or grains of sand, but I can count rice like that.
Something stupid like that. Yeah. That'd be my luck. I'd get some stupid power. If everybody got powers, I'd get something that was like, okay, what are you gonna do with that?
I can melt my own clothes off.
That was the voice, and you sound like you're ready too.
Yeah. I don't know. That's you might be ready for that. I don't know. I can just take it off. I do like the story that they're telling in the Bad Batch, though. I like how they're showing us, how they did away with the clones, and how now we're going into the Imperial Stormtroopers. So I do
see that's something I've always wanted to know. I've always wanted to know, when did they switch from clones to like enlisted soldiers? And honestly, I think forcing people into service has got to make for worse soldiers than the clones do. Though I do get, like, they mentioned the fact that it's a whole lot cheaper.
But they were talking about volunteers. Like the ones were volunteers, though.
Oh yeah, but like by the time you get to like Finn, those guys are being forced in.
Yeah.
And so, like,
Yeah.
I get in the beginning with the hype and the war's just been won, you're probably going to get people to volunteer, but then eventually you're going to have to shift over to, pressure and, but still you're going to get worse soldiers that miss everything that they shoot at,
Mm-hmm.
That brings up an interesting point right there. Why do you think the stormtroopers miss everything? I have a theory in my head. Why do you think the stormtroopers miss everything?
They can't see out of the helmet.
That's a good idea. That's a very good idea.
What do you think, Mike?
Yeah.
I think they miss everything because they don't train them, because they just have volunteers and people that they brainwash into doing it. Like they are just massive amounts of soldiers. That's how they win. They don't win because these soldiers are skilled and it's just cheaper labor to do it that way.
Yeah.
You're sending in all the like minimum wage workers, and we don't care if you do the job good, just as long as you do a lot of it fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a matter of fear too. It's like they've built up a legacy of fear. And somebody pointed it out in Mandalorian when my man, I can't remember his name, but the villain at the end of season 2, when he falls down to the floor because he sees Luke Skywalker. A lot of us didn't connect with Luke Skywalker was the last person to walk out the room with the Emperor and Darth Vader, and he was alive.
Mm-hmm.
He destroyed the freaking Republic. He killed Darth Vader. He killed the Darth, whatever his damn name is or whatnot. So he was this myth of destruction. So that fear on his face,
Darth Sidious.
Thank you. That fear on his face is real. But so for the rest of the galaxy, though, the Empire is that fear because there's so many, they're so massive, and I don't know who the fuck keep building all them damn ships and where they get the money for all them damn ships. They just be building like big.
We're just gonna keep making them out of nothing. And
man, their Kickstarters are live, bro.
All right, my theory on this is that when we take into consideration the fact that like people like Finn have obviously been forced into this, against their, and they're being trained quickly, and and they're just a lot of times being used as fodder. And then you throw in something that they actually saw in like World War II and World War I, where people instinctively like don't want to shoot at people. They don't want to hurt people, even if it's the enemy. People would like instinctively shoot a little bit off or a little bit this way, and they just start training them to like sweep with machine guns and stuff to try and hope that one of those shots is going to hit, because instinctively they would kind of pull their shots. And I think you mix that with the fact that they're there against their will to start with a lot of the time, and like not really interested in going to slaughtering a whole village full of people. I think that's why they're missing all the time.
We can't all be Anakin Skywalkers.
I think, I'm here. I've been told 100 times. I've been told to do this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to pull the trigger so they can't say I didn't. But I think that is why they miss everything. Just my 2 cents. So
I was going to say my theory is they couldn't have them all super accurate because Chewbacca is big as hell, and
man, he would
have just been over after. It would have been over after the first movie. You know what I mean?
What's up, Ren McKenzie?
Yeah.
Ren,
I agree with
what's
Fish,
happening
though.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think
I spend way too much time thinking about this stuff.
I think a mix between what Mike said and what Fish said, and probably even what Eric said. The helmets, maybe.
Oh yeah,
obstructing the vision. But somebody, you guys brought up Sidious, bro. Can we just take for a second to acknowledge how great of a master plan this dude had? Like, if we're talking about villains, right? He played both sides of the fence, right? As a corrupt politic and as
and like he's just like a senator or whatever.
Sith Lord.
Like he wasn't like the president. He's like a senator and played both sides against each other to create this war to rise up in power. Like it is sinister and like and unfortunately like very realistic. Like that's
bro. Like, can we just take a second to think about like this dude has played? Like, I mean, I'm sure there were some kinks in the plan, but like, remember episode 1? Like, he just comes in like, "Oh, Princess Amidala, or we're Princess Padme. We're so sorry that happened to you." And it's like, bro, this dude is playing them this whole time. Get the clone. Nobody knows that he's put chips in their head. He's like, I'm going to use the Jedi to take these people out, and then I'm going to take the Jedi out with the people that they've been close to this whole time.
Now, see, that's the only part I don't get is why the Jedi ever supported the clone army. Like, they knew the clone army had suspicious beginnings and, like, it was all crooked getting made, but then they're like, "Oh, well, we got them. We'll go ahead and use them."
I think they had to.
One part
they didn't have a choice.
Yeah,
they didn't have a choice. Them droids, bro. You got to think about how them droids, bro. They didn't have a choice.
Now, all right. Now you tell me, okay, the Russians are at my door and they're coming at me and stuff, but I don't have any choice but to like fight or run, or I could use a bunch of zombies and I could let them loose in my house and No, I'm sorry, I'm not doing it, man. It's just too suspicious. I'm not going to trust them, even if you tell me you put a chip in their head that's going to only make them bite Russians. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the one part. I mean, I get they're pressed into it. It just doesn't sell it enough for me, Like,
I feel it.
I didn't feel the need that they had to accept this that knowingly came from suspicious circumstances. Like, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go ahead and bite this poison apple. Like, I didn't buy that you're that hungry yet.
Oh well, but it goes back to like they didn't have a choice. Once the Senate said they were using the Republic Army, the Senate's using the Republic Army. So
yeah, that's true. It was kind of out of their hands.
Yeah, it was voted on. That's why the Chancellor wanted the power. Remember that? That's why he was scheming and stuff. So he get the army in there. He helped vote that in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he didn't help vote that in. He used his executive powers to vote that in.
Yeah, he played it. I mean, if you're talking about playing it like a fiddle, they use that expression. I mean, my dude, as far as
he's
playing
maestro on that fiddle, man.
Yeah, bro. I mean that is crazy. If you just look at the whole big picture, and then I think it was revealed in the comic that's canon that he actually created Darth Vader in the womb, Anakin Skywalker. She mentions in episode 1 that she don't know how she had the baby. She don't know how she got pregnant, and that he manipulated the midichlorians further to be that baby born. So, I don't know. Who knows? That's maybe going a little too crazy into the plan, but that is a canon. Eric, have you read that? Did you read that?
I think I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was in. I don't know if you guys know that they've released 3 different comic books that is just based off of Darth Vader's different like individual journeys in between the movies as well. So if you haven't read those, you should check them out. But yeah, they say that in one of the movies. I mean one of the comics.
Yeah, Marvel has done some really, really good stuff with Darth Vader.
I wanted to go back to what Fish said about I wanted to go back to what Fish said because I just looked it up. apparently, Palpatine was actually the Supreme Chancellor, not a senator. So he was kind of like the president in a way, I think.
Mm.
If I
Yeah,
understand the hierarchy of it all.
I thought he was further down in the beginning, like in the first one.
I think he
But
was in the first
He
one.
was.
I thought he was. He kind
Yeah,
of,
that's all I wanted to say.
he played
but
that
then
role.
but then like Padme was like what queen, but that was of her planet, not of like
Hello?
the Senate.
Yeah,
No, again, Padme was elected queen or whatever the
Yeah.
process was. Um,
Well, they
Go
they
ahead.
elected him to be chancellor.
Mr. Legend breaking up on us.
Yeah.
yeah, you're breaking up a little bit, buddy. It's
Well, they
But they-
elected him.
now your mic's muted. All right, so we've hit that hour, right at that hour mark. You know, we like to keep it there. Big shout outs to everyone, you three that hopped on with us. Our guest canceled, and y'all was like, "We ain't gonna let y'all go without. We're gonna hop in here." And be, you know, we went from one guest to three guests. We got to talk a little Star Wars, a little Cobra Kai.
Oh,
We
one
got-
thing that we do need to give a shout out before we leave: Todd Zerloff from the Confidence book on Kickstarter that we had on the other day. He hit his goal. He nailed it. His project was successful. I'm really excited for him. I can't wait to read that book. Con Artist in Outer Space. That's all I needed to hear, man. I was down on that.
Yeah,
So I'm
shout out
excited. I wanted to give him a shout out for that because that was good on him. It might not be no $7,000 in just a hot
3 days.
minute, but he
Nah,
hit his
but you
goal
know
on
what?
his first Kickstarter, man. That's something.
$4,000 and one, and your first Kickstarter is big. That's
Yeah.
that's a I mean that's a
real
nice size Kickstarter, and we got to thank even what was it at the halfway mark? He wasn't even halfway there. I don't think.
Oh yeah.
So for him to really get on that grind, he took some advice from people, kind of rethought his direction of promoting it, and for him to hit that Kickstarter, that's big. And it just shows how getting advice from people and people helping indie can help you get that push to the next level. So definitely shout outs to Todd, man. Shout outs to our guest for next week, Mr. Michael Watson, $7,000, 3 days. Mr. 7-3.
Hey, well, we still got 26 more days, so we can always use some more. All
We can
right?
always. It's hitting 10 grand.
Yeah.
I've called it. I already know.
Calling it?
I'm calling it. It's hitting 10. It's hitting 10.
I want everybody to get the new issue of Hot Shot number 10 for free. 10 for 10. I want y'all to get it.
It's gonna happen. I know. I'm calling it. It's happening. Again, man. Mike, thanks for hopping on. Eric, thanks for hopping on. Andrew, thanks for hopping on. We appreciate you guys, and we're going to let everybody get on with their weekend. We just want to thank everybody for tuning in, rocking with us. Make sure you get on the group and let us know if me doing a segment twice a month, once a week, or something like that about toy news coming out. Is that something that you guys are interested in? Let me know about that because I would gladly do it. Maybe have some of these other guys hop in. And you can see Mike Watson's got the collection behind him. I know Andrew's a big toy collector. Eric, Eric's got.
Man, I started when McFarlane started his toy line. I started collecting.
Back here too.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, that got real expensive.
It's hard, bro. It's rough. It is rough. And let me tell y'all, Eric has like almost, if there ain't an Iron Man Marvel Legend or a Thor character that's came out that my dude Eric don't have. Like my dude Eric, he's on the market. His displays are nice, bro. I dig them.
Yeah, they are.
Again, thanks everybody. Mike, anything you want to say to the people before you go?
Please donate to my Kickstarter.
Donate, please, sir. Hold the ball out.
Freestylecomics.net.
Can I have some more, please?
I actually would love to get on the show with you and talk about toys. we've been sharing and trading pictures behind, with all that new stuff that's been coming out. I'm getting upset. Everybody is finding these WandaVision toys and
I ain't even
Disney Plus, and like everybody's finding them. I'm like, how? I've been to Target, I don't see them.
Yeah. It's so hard now. Is it not harder? Like, is this year not been harder as a toy collector? I feel like,
dude.
Oh man, every time I'm at Target and I cruise through the toy aisle, just because I'm still a kid, I'm like, dude, I see something, I'm like, I need to take a picture of this, send it to Eric, send it to Tony.
yeah, do that because I'll pay you to send it to me because it's so hard. I was lucky. I was saying last night, the Clone Wars, the 4 figures that they just released that were Target exclusives, the Echo, the Hawk, Anakin, and Obi. Bro, them have been so hard to find. I found 3 out of the 4, so I'm happy about that. I even hit up Eric. I know I hit Eric up, was like, hey, if you find any of these, let me know, bro. If you got
my Target is like Mad Max Wasteland. There's nothing there.
I almost every time chalk it up. If I hear Target exclusive behind anything, I'm like, yeah, there's like a pretty good chance I'm not getting those.
Well, you know that Tigra figure they just showed off?
Yeah.
Rumor is that she's going to be a Target exclusive.
Yeah, chalk it up. Scalper prices. Get ready to pay eBay. But yeah, cool, Mike.
I'll tell you something. Sometimes if it says Target exclusive, sometimes they'll actually sell some of their exclusives on the Hasbro site as well. So check out HasbroPulse.com as well.
Okay. I'll definitely reach out to you guys and see when I do the next one. If you guys want to hop on, we can kind of just chop it up, share some of the news. I know, Andrew, you're real big on the Power Rangers Lightning collection, like I am too.
Oh hell yeah!
All right, guys, it's been fun. I gotta go. Peace out. I'll see you later.
All right, Fish. See you.
Yeah.
Mike, peace out, bro. Eric, peace out. Andrew, catch y'all later. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to 5-Star Fridays. We out of here tonight. And go watch. What you got a podcast tonight, right, Mike?
Yeah, Agents of the Nerdy tonight at 9.
99. Be there, be square. Who do you think you are, sir? Who do you think you are? That's gonna be the new thing.
I think it is gonna be the new thing.
Yeah, I'm never letting it go. All right, guys. Have a nice night. We'll catch y'all later.
See you.
Everybody.